Kia ora. Welcome to this presentation about Viticulture Careers. My name's Jimmy and I work for the Primary ITO. Today we are going to be going through some of the opportunities that are available working in the wine industry, not just in the vineyard, but we're going to look at the winery space and also the surrounding industries as well.
In recent years, New Zealand wines have taken the world by storm, and wine is now one of our biggest export earners. New Zealand sells a lot of wine, and the reason it's so popular is because it's good wine, often the best in the world. You can only make the best wine if you've got the best grapes to make it with, and that's where you come in.
So when is the right time to harvest? As a new starter, you might not necessarily need to know this, but it might be interesting for you to understand why we would harvest at different times throughout the country. The different regions across New Zealand will start harvest at different times. In Northland, they might begin in mid-February, whereas down in Central Otago, it's not till mid to late April. In Marlborough, we start picking in late February for sparkling and then early March for our other wines. Rain at harvest time is not ideal. There are a couple of main reasons why you will stop picking if it becomes too wet. The first is that the conditions can become too slippery and dangerous for the machines, especially on rolling terrain. Secondly, because the vines have been stressed a little bit to get them ripe, they can be quite thirsty, and too much water at this stage can cause the fruit to swell and then the skins will split. This then opens them up to disease. In wet seasons, the vines are more susceptible to diseases like Botrytis. This is a fungal infection which usually gets in where the berries have split or been picked by birds, and then moisture has got in and it will cause the bunches to rot. Powdery mildew is a fungal disease that can attack grapevines at any time during the season. Once the fruit starts ripening, it is no longer able to be infected by the fungus. However, other green parts of the vine can still be infected. If there is a lot of diseased fruit on the vines, this will need to be cut out prior to machine harvesting. But if the fruit is being handpicked, then we simply leave all the diseased fruit behind or toss it into the row. If diseased fruit is included in the harvest sample, then powdery mildew will impart bad flavours into finished wine and make it undrinkable. Deciding when the right time to pick the grapes can be quite challenging. The two most important factors to measure are sugar and acid. As harvest nears, sugar levels will increase and acid levels will decrease. If lucky, both sugar and acid will be where we want them to be at harvest. Sugar and acid levels will vary due to variety and wine style of the fruit. Grapes are not like most fruit. They do not continue ripening once picked. Pick the fruit too early and the wines can be tart and green. Pick too late and the wine can be flabby and out of balance due to lacking acidity. Choosing the perfect time to harvest is a challenge and involves balancing many different factors. Check the vineyard sugar level by using a handheld refractometer, which you can see in the photo on the top right. You may see people using these, or if you are working on a smaller vineyard, you may get to use one yourself. They work by bending light through the juice on the screen and only need a drop or two of juice. It's really important that you take a few random samples, then average them out to get an average over the whole block. It's always best to do this before you decide to go picking. Thanks for watching the presentation. If you're interested to know more or you'd like to sign up to receive updates on apprenticeships available in your region, visit www.letsgrow.co.nz. Thank you.